Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, CK here, and welcome back to another episode of Europa Universalis 4, and I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so this may be a shorter episode than normal, but let's see if we can get done some awesome things. When we last left off, we waged a pretty big war, and ended up getting Verona out of it. We're coring that now. What I might want to do is, I don't think this can become 20 development and unlock this next slot. So we may destroy one of, say, the shipyard or probably the shipyard, and work on making this a fort and get it prepared to defend against Byzantium. Now, Hungary is still our best buddies. We're actually improving in Aragon. Let's make sure Hungary is nice and topped up. Plus 76, we'll improve there. We want to make sure that Hungary will come to our aid if we decide to declare on Byzantium. And, you know, we may be able to actually give some territory to Hungary if we capture, say, the south down by the river, and then we take the bottom of Italy and the Greek islands. Poor Ottoman is surrounded, but we are definitely going to start taking some chunks out of Byzantium in the, let's say, the not-so-distant future. We have to get colonies out here and get cores as close as we can to Crane, Belwar, Odenburg. That way we can start fabricating. However, once this becomes a full core, we can actually start fabricating on Lyca and Dalmatia because we share the same sea tile. So it is coming. War is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And to make sure that we can withstand the war, we have made a lot of these little galleys, these inland sea boats, because Byzantium has quite the number of them, and they are amazing in inland seas, just like the Gulf of Venice here. So in order to withstand the onslaught of Byzantium, we're going to have to keep a strong navy, one that doesn't have to worry too much. At least we can match them blow for blow as far as these little galleys go. And I mean, here's a galley right here, yes. I mean, we've got a ton that we actually have to move over there post-haste. We'll let time tick and see, but we have made quite a ton. We've invested a lot in our navy to get ready to attack Byzantium, and that is the way of things. So we'll get them all down here to our new territory of Verona. We're working on a core there. Let's go ahead and press play. We'll see which galleys remain. The rest of them are going to merge up, and then the ones that aren't moving can be easily moved as well to meet them there. At least that is the goal that we're doing here. We have had complaints from dignitaries, 50 Diplo power or 10 prestige. We're increasing by 8. I don't want to lose the prestige. We're at 99 and we're decaying fast enough as it is. As far as our idea group, I believe we were working on an admin idea. So it's not like we have to worry about Diplo points. We're not over the limit. So sure, we are going to lose the Diplo power. Accept those demands. No loyalty change or anything like that. And we've got a ton of boats going around through Gibraltar. An alliance from the Papal State. Sorry, Pope. He sees that we have a county right next to his borders now, and he's probably thinking, holy crap, you know, the United Kingdom might come for me. Old Great Britain might move on me. But as a Catholic nation, I don't think that would be that good. There we go. Colonists have started to arrive. Let's see, Louisiana, and then no, Cologne. We are not giving you back territory that we have fought so hard for. But could you imagine Byzantium looking out to the Gulf of Cadiz and seeing all of these inland ships moving? It might be pretty intimidating stuff. All right, what are you doing? Not a thing? You get down here to Verona as well. And I think that is all of our light ships. All right, provincial unrest. We've got a bit of unrest to deal with here. Yep, they're getting some attrition, but they'll be docked up soon. Holy crap, that's a lot. All right, so our biggest rebel faction is in Cleves. Cleves. The fort's right there. Let's see, no Teutons. Let me analyze this real quick. This is going to be the Colonian Separatists. So how big are the Colonian Separatists going to be? 16K. Yeah, we've got a 50K not too far away. 45, 47. So we'll have to be there, but if they do fire in Cleves, it will be a defensive battle for sure, and then those 50K can just come stomping on through there. Lyonnais in 9.4. All right, so we've got some separatism down here. We could probably post up here a 34 stack for these Dauphinese separatists. They are going to be a 20 stack. All right, so we've got a 52 stack, a 14 stack. Let's actually split this one in half here and move to Auvergne. Dauphinese. Yeah, it's going to be 20, so we should be okay. We just need basically 20 in the front row. Looking at this army here, it's 19 in the front row. Let's just send an infantry. Go ahead and head on down here, please. Alliance from Norway. Sorry, Norway. I'm not interested in attacking you, but I'm not interested in defending you either, if that makes any sense. All right, so we've posted up a good group of guys here on the mountain fort. Our next bit of unrest is going to be the Ferraris, Ferrara, Metz, and Artois. Ferrara is going to be huge. The Ferraris separatists, the Ferraris, are going to raise 31K. Okay. That's going to tick up in 2 years. Metz and Artois, I believe, are going to be up here. And then Artois. All right, recall diplomat there. Where is Stella Artois? Stella Artois. Oh, yeah. We're good there. All right. Octavia Smith died, unfortunately. That's a shame. All right, so we'll move these troops over here to merge up. Hopefully they fire in Metz or Artois. We would just be a hop, skip, and a jump away if that is indeed the case. We may have to... Hello, 101 ships. The face that sailed 100 ships. Let's go ahead and move these 11K. Okay, so we can't march to Ferrara. We're going to have to... All right, truce with Triol is over. We've got a 30 stack here. I don't believe Byzantium is going to try to move in on any of our colonies. Is this our transport fleet? And what are you doing? You need to get over here too, good sir. To Ferrara with you. All right, so is this our transport fleet? 31 transports, yes indeed. We'll get these 30K attached to the transport, and they will also dock up in Ferrara. And that'll be okay. That's our main navy anyway. So once those 30K come around, we should be able to suppress at least Ferrara a bit. And if it fires, we're going to force it to fire either here or here. But we'll keep an eye on that. Colonian Separatists, about 14.8 years. Probably our overextension is what's causing it. We're at 26%. We're coring everything that we can, so percentages will be, chunks will be taken out of Artois, Ferrara, and Metz fairly soon. No, Haiti, we're not going to do that. So Westphalia has 11 development just in its one province, and there's 4 more where that came from. So we could send, there's Cologne, we could send a few colonists here to Onnesbroek and Paderborn. Nice, Artois. Oh, Novgorod is, oh, conversions. Oh, that's cool. Let's go ahead and convert Artois. Get that one converting. Did our troops make it? Yes, indeed. Ships are repairing up. Just stay in port, please. And then those guys will reinforce up. All right, so once this core is done in Ferrara, I do want to get a fort here, for sure. Let's go to the buildings menu. 20 development can't do. I don't think we need a shipyard. We will destroy it, and we will make a star fort. Now, once that star fort is done, hopefully that will protect these colonies here, and it's a coastal. I mean, Venice would be hard-pressed to fight against that, which is the ultimate goal. We also have a lot of more buildings we could build, it looks like. Let's go ahead and pause the game and see if any cathedrals make sense. Coimbra. All right. Those are the biggest. Production, Porto, and Avero. Why not? We've got 10,000. Universities. We'll make a few universities here. Stock exchanges. Yes, indeed. We are going to put stock exchanges everywhere that we can. 0.9s are good. All right, so there's the stock exchanges. We don't need conscription centers, or we can't build manufactories. All right, so let's keep building up stock exchanges through the 80s. All right, in the 70s, there aren't that many. We'll build through the 70s. All right, then universities will continue to make sure that building slots are open. Sweet. Money well spent, I think. Lots of extra building slots, a lot of extra trade power. All well and good. All right, Cleves at 1. We could probably bring this down. I mean, their separatism's going to tick down. If we move that 50K here, we would probably not survive. All right, admin. Yeah, we're 9 years ahead of time on admin tech. We are going to take the next idea cost reduction, 5%. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah, now that's only 380. And, you know, that's probably a good one to have early on, innovative. That way you can save a whole lot of diplomatic points throughout the entire idea branch. But, you know, whatever's clever. All right. Colonian separatists at 16. Protestant zealots in Luxembourg. Interesting. They're not showing up in the rebel factions. 5 papal influence or prestige. Well, we're losing prestige. We'll gain the prestige. We're at 70 papal influence as it is. Let's go ahead and spend some influence to break even. That leaves us with 40, so we'll be able to pick a perk fairly soon. All right, the honest merchants of Great Britain, global trade power plus 10% for 10 years. Man, we're going to be doing the work here. Let's take a look at our economy and see where all this is coming from. So 147 comes from trade, 52% of our income. Production ain't bad though, nearly 100 on production. Vassals, tariffs, taxation, that's okay. But dang, we are wiping the floor on trade. And that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see indeed. All right, so we have some relations that we can improve with. We're still in Aragon. Who are our allies? It sounds like a bad question to ask. So we've got the United States and Pisa. Let's send a improve relations down there in Pisa. They might be able to help us out with the Byzantines, and we'll go ahead and send the United States a diplomat as well. So we'll improve relations with our good allies here. Colonies should be coming up fairly quickly. Verona is a dang 21 development province. That is going to be quite big. And we'll just sort of circle around Venice. Treviso is at 12. Friuli is at 12. Let's take a look at this state and see Emilia-Romagna. So we need Mudin as well, and then we need Parma. But this will be a whole state. I believe we have enough state slots that we can... Oh man, 2 more state slots. Oh, Pisa royal marriage is over. Sorry, Canada. Conversion successful, Artois. And let's go ahead and get that royal marriage back with Pisa here. Let's see, we have nobody to send. Stop relation improvement. Then we'll send the royal marriage. And then we'll get back to improving relations here on the 19th of July. In the meantime, let's convert Metz. Sown discontent. Unrest, huh? Ferrari separatists at 90%. All right, so the Ferrari separatists are going to be 31K. We've got 30K there. Just in case they fire in Ferrara, we are going to grab our big general and plop him there. Now, if they pop up in Artois or Metz, we are just a little bit away. Can we withstand in Valois? Yes, we can. Let's move these guys up even further. Let's get this 9 stack to Valois as well and meet together. Hopefully Luxembourg would help join. 0.3 years. It's probably going to be in Metz. It's not going to be in Artois. Ferrara maybe, but we've got quite the leader there. They're halfway through building the fort, unfortunately. 24 October of 80. I don't think we can hold out for a year while that fort builds, so we will just have to play defense if they do fire. So far, so good. Waiting on bated breath, that is for sure. Truces with Luxembourg and all that good stuff. Ferrara. Let's look at more province improvements. Coimbra, that's not really a good turnaround here. Town halls? Don't know if a town hall would be worthwhile. Porto, very nice. Let's get the 6s on the stock exchange. And then university. All right, so indeed. So how do we line up? We're flanked just a little bit, but we've got the same morale. They've got a little bit less tactics, and we've got a whole lot more discipline, so we will stand and deliver. Once we can break a little bit of the front line. Yeah, their morale was completely busted. That's a pretty good stack wipe. And that was put down. Nice. So now all we have left is the colonize at 2.7 in Cleves. That's a 41. We're rocking 48. There's a 57. You guys go ahead and move up to Brussels. That way you're not that far away if a revolt were to fire. And it's a good thing that we kept all these guys here on the defense. So manpower will restore quite well. Yeah, Emilia-Romagna with 34. That is definitely going to be a territory. And we're going to core everything. And that is going to be very good. Moudon will probably be our next colony as they finish up. And then we will probably work on Treviso. A natural strait right next to Venice. We can actually fabricate on Venice and get them knocked out as well. Getting that foothold in the Italian boot. I kind of wish these armies would go away. These unaffiliated armies that I think belonged to Aquitaine a long time ago. Things are building well, and then the Dauphinese. All right, so Lyonnais has actually lost their unrest, and we don't need these guys anymore. Outstanding. Go ahead to Valois and back them up, please. Truce with Provence and Saxony is over. There's no reason to really go after them yet. Because I believe, yeah, Dauphine is the core. You know, Provence didn't get to core it, so they don't consider it theirs. So that is all well and good. Then our Star Fort can finish building in Ferrara to help defend it. Then if there is any sort of revolt, we'll be fairly well protected, I say. Now, can we build a university in Ferrara when that is done? To get another building slot. As far as everything else, though, We've got 2 and 1s. Man, look at all these 1s. Yes. We will build stock exchanges there. Truce with Venice is over. And new tech. So we are really ahead of time in military tech. 7 years? We could try to hold off until the end of the year. Spend our military points on some leaders. We've got a couple good leaders. But, booyah. A 2500. Edward actually isn't that good. I mean, the shock damage is amazing, but I'd kind of like another guy with siege pips. Oh, Samuel. You're an amazing general, sir. A 5 in the fire, just a 2 in the shock, but a 4 maneuver, 1 siege. We'll keep him around. So, military points well spent. We're not going to go too far ahead of time on military. You know, at this rate that we're getting points, we could... And we're not even making that many military points, as far as that's concerned. All right, so we lose a stab, or lose 25 legitimacy. We're not really gaining legitimacy a bit. The unrest, the tolerance, and all that other stuff. We'll lose the stab, and then we will put the stab back. Well, it is stability 2. How many points is that? 201 of the admin. What's our next idea group that we're working on? Oh, technology and institution embracement? Yeah, we'll just stay at stability 2 for now. That is not bad. All right, Romagna is self-sustaining. Outstanding. We'll make it a core. And then this fort should lower this devastation. Yep, friendly forts. So the star fort's built in Ferrara. The devastation from Romagna should go away, and then we can complete this state with Muden. Well, not complete the state, but then it gets us right by Medina, and then we can fabricate on Parma. And how many friends does the funky Co-Medina have? Just Silesia. Way up there, right by himself. That is prime picking for sure. Outstanding. Diplomat from Novgorod. That's all well and fine. Still improving with Aragon for 18,000 days. All right, conversion successful. We need to send them to Ferrara. 17 months to convert that. That will raise unrest a little bit there, but the Ferraran separatists have already fired. So there won't be any unrest there. Oh, suspected diplomats. Envoy travel time goes up. So, you know, it'll take them a bit to come back. All right, base tax in Lincolnshire, manpower in Lincolnshire, or production in Lincolnshire. All right, let's go find Lincolnshire. Lincolnshire, Lincolnshire, Lincolnshire. Northumbria. It's gotta be over here somewhere. Lancashire. All right, fine button. Lincolnshire, there you are. So you're a 773. You're not providing much manpower, but we've got more than enough manpower gain. I think production would be the way to go, especially making that cloth. So production would be the way to go. The Pope's like, hey man, I'm still over here. Don't worry about a thing. All right, military tech, only 6 years ahead of time. Let's see about our provincial unrest. So colonial, see if we harsh treatment. Yeah. With great efforts, torture, and a few executions, the rebel problem can be resolved with 94 of our military points. Goodbye, Colonian separatists. At least we lowered them. All right, Verona is self-sustaining. So Verona is in which state? Venetia, and that is Treviso, Friaul, and Venice itself. And that's a lot of development there. It does get us one closer. Do we have any other incomplete states that would be better? Or do we want to try to get a colonial nation built up here in South America? I think that might not be too awful bad, but we do need to get over to Byzantium and Venice. Let's just take Treviso. It's a 12. 12 development. So we'll keep our colonists there. Venetia has 21 development just by itself. Outstanding. We'll make it a state. Belra is self-sustaining. That's what I like to see. So that is another free colonist. Yeah, so we'll just fill out this state as much as we can. Really get some good stuff there. All right, so we can start fabricating as well on Medina with our diplomat. All right, build us a spy network, if you please. So they'll be in Medina. Make Byra a full core. Recall that diplomat. And we can start fabricating on Medina a bit, especially since they're pretty weak. And they don't even have a culture. No culture is accepted in Great Britain. We like people who don't believe in stuff. So this is a pretty good stopping point. I'll go ahead and look at some buildings to build. We'll just build some universities, and then we'll look at the local autonomy just a bit. And if we can lower autonomy, we will, like in Artois. We can drop that autonomy and drop Ferrar's autonomy as well. And there's really nothing they can do about it at all. And that's a pretty good episode. So we're expanding here in the north of France, fabricating a claim on Medina. If we can get all of Medina fabricated on and taken in the truce, that'd be okay. As far as getting out to Silesia, they're good buddies. I don't know if we can, but we'll certainly give it a try. And with one last click, mercantilism, the interest per annum, yeah, it costs 100 for stab. Prestige is okay. Taxes. We can't go wrong with more taxes, although legitimacy. Yeah, let's go legitimacy. The Pope will say that, yes, we are a good ruler, and we can get our legitimacy up. Good deal. So that's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Europa Universalis 4 video. Take care.